Hey there, good morning. Let's do some prioritizing. At the end of your life, what do you think will have mattered most? I've done the research, and I'm here to say the amount of money you made in your life is not going to matter. The amount of games that you won, not going to matter. The type of cars you drive, not going to matter. You know what's going to matter? Relationships. The amount of effort that go into relationships, or I should say the amount of effort that's needed to make a relationship solid, is a lot. And for me, I was just thinking, I'm actually listening to a song by Thomas Rhett at the moment, and that's where this light bulb moment came up. It's called Mama's House. And it goes through very, detailed lines about Mama's house. And if every town had a Mama's house, everything would be better. And that got me to thinking about how I want to roll into my future. I mean, I've been a stay-at-home mom for 20 years. And oftentimes I do consider, what am I going to do when I have free time, when I have more time? And all my kids are in school full time, and I actually have less time now than I did when my kids were young. Transportation takes time. Getting things to manage the household takes time. But what is important to me, or what I love, is when we're all around the dinner table together. Every one of us, we all have different personalities. We bring all of those different personalities to the dinner table, and sometimes it's a little more flavorful than I would prefer. But the truth is, my contentment comes when my people are with each other in relationship. I tell my family all the time how important it is to prioritize your relationships with each other. Friends too. I mean, I prioritize weekly meetings with various groups because it's important to me that these women have a place to go every week. And do they come every week? No, sometimes people can't make it, but it's offered, and it's a place, a soft landing, so to speak. And I want my house to be that way. And I'm just giving thought to all of this and what it takes to make that. First and foremost, it takes a willingness, a desire. Scripture talks about hospitality. On that note, I'll just give like a quick rundown on the difference between hosting and hospitality. Hosting is where you're pulling out all the stops and you're making a grand event so people can come together and really just, dine on the fine china, so to speak. It tends to be the case where details are important. You make sure that everybody maybe has assigned seating and it's very formal. That's what hosting would be. Hospitality is different. It's when you only have a can of soup to offer. That's what you offer when someone shows up at your door. And that's the difference between the two. Hospitality is just opening your home. It's just, opening your home, giving people a place to sit and just take a load off. And with hospitality, your home does not need to be perfect. Hospitality is what we need more of. Where you are welcome to show up on someone's doorstep and they take you in and they take the time to sit with you. And that should be something that is a goal in your life. And you might think there's no possible way, our life is too busy. This is when I encourage you to remove some things from your life that are not of utmost importance, because again, and remember, the thing that people regret at the end of their life, this is where I've done my studying, is they regret that they didn't give more time to their loved ones. So all the chasing that we do, all the mindless busyness that we do, it's not where it's at. So that's my message. I'm making chicken Caesar salads tonight, and I'm gonna run in and grab some ingredients. And it's just that I've prioritized family dinners every single day, and I've prioritized having enough to share if by some chance somebody happens to be over for dinner that I didn't account for. And I can tell you it's pretty interesting because there have been a couple times where I didn't plan ahead to have more food because food's expensive. So I'm not really buying extra because then I end up eating the leftovers instead of my family. But the few times that it's happened where somebody happens to be around for dinner time and they end up staying, I've always had enough food to share. Even if I'm wondering how are we going to make this work because I literally only have enough for, our core group, somehow there's always enough to share. So that's an interesting perspective, and I just wanted to throw that out there to go along with the fact that your purpose should be in seeking relationships. And if you're too busy for them, or you don't like people, or you feel more content just being by yourself, I'm not saying this just because I love people, but you're doing it wrong. I know everybody probably needs to take a little bit of time to themselves. There's nothing wrong with that, but prioritize getting yourself around more people, or opening up your home to a neighbor, or just something. Get creative and see where you can extend invitations for people to join you on this journey of life. Have a great day.